On today's episode of The Happy House, we're at Mama's Happy again, and we're gonna learn how to make this really great coat hook. And then, I'm at the Be Amazing booth at Toy Fair. They have taken science to the next level and made it extra fun for kids. Finally, we are making homemade bath bombs. It's easy and fun. Stay tuned for The Happy House. I'm at Mama's Happy today with Amanda Fisick, the owner, and Amanda is going to help me with another project.
Today what we're going to put together are some really cute coat hooks that you can personalize for your own home.
Okay.
Very simple to make. I know you may look at it and think, no, that doesn't look simple, but I promise it is.
Okay, good.
We're going to do just a simple 3 board. If you look at what we've got here today, this one is done with 3 individual boards. So you have 3 kids, great for that.
This is really cute.
Okay, so we're going to start by just painting our boards, and you can either choose to paint them and then assemble, or assemble and then paint, but just so that we don't slop one color onto anything else.
So these boards, are they just from the hardware store, or were they scrap wood? How did you get these?
Well, if you hang around Mama's Happy very long, you would know that we use scrap wood.
Okay.
But if you didn't have a big pile of scrap wood, absolutely just head to Home Depot, any of your local hardware stores.
And they could even just probably cut this for me.
They absolutely could.
Okay.
Yes.
All right,
So this is a simple 1x4 board that we are going to use for this, but you could make them any width that you wanted to make them.
Okay.
Okay. So we're just going to start with some basic colors here. We love Annie Sloan chalk paint here at Mama's Happy.
I love Annie Sloan chalk paint as well.
Well, pretty much anybody who has tried it knows the beauty of it.
And what I love about it is we didn't even have to wear paint clothes today because it washes right out.
It washes right out.
Okay.
Okay, so
then,
why don't you grab another color, and
right.
don't even worry about cleaning your brush off. If you want to get some of the gray off on the paper, you can.
okay, so I'm then gonna do it. This is the craziest thing about this paint to me. I'm gonna take this gray brush and put it in this taupe paint.
And part of that is just the way we do projects around here. We are not looking for perfection, right? This is a handmade kind of place, and so it should look handmade.
I really like what we've chosen here as far as the gray and the taupe and then the cream. It's really a clean.
Yeah, some good neutral colors. And we'll do our last board.
Ooh, I like this.
What's so great about the paint too is you don't have to do any priming or sanding or preparation. So if you found some old boards that had other things on them, you can just paint right over that.
Perfect.
So it's a great way to use things that were going to be thrown out.
Okay, so we've got these 3 painted boards, and then I know because we've used chalk paint before, what we have to do is wait for these to dry and then cover it with our wax or our sealant. Yep.
So, and what's great about the paint too is it dries very quickly, but for the sake of our project time today, we're going to start with this one right here that's been painted and has dried. And we're going to just add a little bit of wax. And if you notice that the paint, as you know, is unsealed, it has a very flat, kind of chalky feel to it, where its name comes from. So we're just going to get a little bit of the clear wax, and I'll let you go ahead and jump in and apply that right over, just a thin coat. And what that's going to do is seal the paint. It's going to keep it from getting nicks or scratches in it.
And makes the finish look so nice.
Yes, it does. Okay, so this we simply painted a circle, and then we're going to stencil the number inside of the circle.
I just happen to love the look of stencils, like a traditional which is what we've got here.
Okay.
The old-fashioned lettering system.
You can find them at many different stores, different font types. Really easy to work with. Okay, so we're just going to pick a number. Do you want to do 1, 2, 3? Do you have a number that's?
I like the number 4.
The number 4, okay. And you've already got some white paint. Don't get any more paint on your brush. That's the thing with stenciling. You want very little paint on your brush.
Okay.
And you're just going to, just dabbing it on there. And again, you're not trying to be perfect, which is a good thing because you've got paint everywhere. Look at that. Just when I say you can't mess it up, but we're going to just get a little bit of water and another.
That is the great thing about this paint, is how forgiving it is. So I did, because I'm not perfect.
Clearly, a forgiving product is a good thing for you. So we're just going to.
What are you saying about me, Amanda?
Nothing at all. All right, we'll wipe that right off, and we're good to go.
Okay.
Okay. So there we are.
Got this.
All right. Now our boards are still drying.
Yes.
But when they do dry, we're going to flip them over, and we'll use this on the back to, go ahead, you want to grab that one?
I love this color combo.
All right, so you can see here that we just attach this on the back. We'll show you how to do that, and then add some hooks for hanging it, and you'll be ready to go.
Perfect. Okay.
So we're just going to flip your boards over, and you can choose to line them up, or you can choose to offset them a little bit.
I like them offset because then if I tried to line them up, it wouldn't turn out perfect anyway.
You might as well not even look like you were trying to line it up.
So then we lay this board across the back of it. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And kind of just like in the middle? Or
Yep, in the middle, because you want to just give it enough support to keep them all together.
Okay.
And then you just want to pick a screw that is longer than the thickness of your plywood.
Got it.
And then give me one there and one there.
I just love power tools. I'm not going to
There's nothing more empowering. I love it. You got it?
And
Actually, we need one more.
one in the middle. All the boards need to be attached to the board?
Yeah, it does hang a little nice. These are the details, you know. Okay. Now, sometimes it depends on your personal preference. You may like it where you notice when we painted, we didn't fully try to cover the board.
Yes.
But you know, somebody else may say, no, I like it to look a little bit more finished.
Okay.
Sometimes we will get that look by just not painting with a lot of paint on our brush, and sometimes we'll come back with sandpaper, sand the edges. Okay. And then if you want to give it any kind of a patina, you can do that using the wax. And you could add a little bit of dark wax, which is going to age, you know, just it makes everything look a little bit older.
What I love about this is you can really customize it to be exactly what you want.
Truly, if we sat in here and we're doing this with a group of friends, which how fun would that be? A little wine, and every single person's would look different. All right?
Okay, so now hooks. How do we basically do the hooks the same way as we probably did the...
Yes, you got it. So we've got our hooks now. You know, a perfectionist would measure, but a perfectionist I am not.
All right, so these are the brackets then.
You got it. Okay, then we're going to flip it back over. And then the last step is just to attach your hooks. And now that you're so good with power tools, alrighty, so we'll just...
So once we do this, I mean, we continue to do it for the rest, and then we end up with a finished product that looks like this.
Yes.
And it's just a great spot to hang coats or backpacks, keys, anything. What I love about this, as we talked about, is, you know, you can personalize it. All friends would do it differently, but it doesn't even have to be hooks necessarily. I love this really cute, just home sweet home sign. And this looks like it was even hand painted a little bit.
Yeah, so what's so great now is that you can find stencils in all these great fonts. Another nice way to do it so that it doesn't look maybe as perfect as a stencil is to buy the stencil, use it, trace the letter, and then hand paint it in. And that's going to give it just a little bit more handcrafted look.
Yes, yes, it's really sweet. All right, I think we're done here. Thank you so much. To learn more about the project we did today and all of the projects I've done with Amanda, visit our website. I'm at the Be Amazing booth at Toy Fair. They have taken science to the next level and made it extra fun for kids. I am lucky enough to be here with the creator of Be Amazing Toys, Steve Spangler. Hi, Steve.
I'm so happy to get a chance to be with you.
Can you tell me, I love all of your products, and I have a lot of them for my own son at home.
How fun.
It is very fun. He loves science. So, but what I'm wondering is, how did you create, your science things are not the typical things. How did Be Amazing even get started?
I know, what we're trying to do is just something that's a little bit different, you know what I mean? And, isn't that crazy? I get thrown out of hotels all the time. I'm a science teacher, and so when I started Be Amazing Toys, it was the whole idea of if we could get parents to do the science at home. We know that there's a lot of pressures being put on teachers, but what if a parent could actually take charge of some of this and do some of this at home? If you could make science amazing, and a kid could say, look at what I can do, and the water floats or the powder turns into snow, whatever it might be, it's just another extension of trying to get kids excited about science.
It is true, because a lot of kids aren't excited, and a lot of the things you have here wouldn't even be considered a science experiment. They are learning and they don't even know it.
Yep. I'll give you a little secret. I think all kids are excited about science. They may not be excited about the presentation or who taught them the science. And so part of my work also outside of Be Amazing Toys is to teach teachers how to be more effective in their teaching of science to engage kids. So that's why we have to make it almost look like magic a little bit, but always be true to the real science that's behind it, so they have that aha moment.
That's so important.
It really
and
is.
I've watched it happen with my own kids, and it's when they finally get that or have fun with it, it's just so satisfying. But
Yeah.
making it easy, serving it up for parents to do at home, I think that's pretty amazing.
It is. Well, thank you. And there's another piece that I think is a guiding principle. We have to catch them before they leave elementary school. All the research says if we can create 3 to 5 positive science experiences before they are 7 years old, the likelihood of them taking an advanced class in science later on goes up past 70%. But you have to start before they get out of elementary school.
That's an incredible statistic,
Yep.
and actually that should be really easy to do.
It should be. It just means that we have to be involved. There has to be an engagement. There has to be a sense of wonder and discovery and exploration. Once the child has that aha moment, they come back for more and more and more.
That's so great. So one thing you told me before we started talking that I love is that what you create with science or with your Be Amazing experiments is not really an experiment, it's an experience.
That's right. We say that here with this line of products, we're selling experiences. And that's what we're really trying to do. We're trying to create these unforgettable learning experiences. When I teach teachers, I tell them, if it gets to the dinner table, you win. If what you did in class that day was so exciting, so engaging, so much of an experience that the kids can hardly wait to talk to you about it when they get home at the dinner table, you know you're creating experiences.
And I, as a parent, actually love that. I love hearing about what happened and not just the nothing. Nothing. What'd you do today? Nothing.
When your child begs to go to the hardware store and say, could you get me this? I need a leaf blower, 60 rolls of toilet paper, and some then you go, they're on to something. This is going to be good, right?
That's really great. Well, I understand you have an experience for me today.
Well, I do, because I have right here at Toy Fair, typically people just walk around, they look at the stuff in the boxes, but I wanted them to get off the focus of what's in the box and the experience. So I brought a little experience for you. Take a look at this. See the little bed here that has the holes in it?
Yes.
When I push the button here, watch what happens. 5,000 nails start to rise from the bed. This is the greatest motorized bed of nails in the whole world. There's a company in Florida called Hands On, and when we did this on the Ellen DeGeneres show, Ellen looked at me and went, that's amazing, and so I kind of knew that we had something. And the great people at Hands On said, well, why don't you share that kind of experience with people who are buying science things? And so you are going to get the same experience, but I got to put it down. I've never actually done it before, but I saw the instructions on the internet. It was fine, all right? So
Perfect.
so no problem at all. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to hold for you, okay? And here's what I want you to do is you're going to step up here.
Okay. I'm going to get on this bed of nails?
You are going to get on the bed of nails. You're going to sit right here. Nice job. And then I'm going to hold your head as you kind of come back. You're going to lay down on the little piece of rubber that's right there. Nice job. Excellent. And so now watch what's going to happen. I'm going to push the button and the 5,000 nails will start to rise, and hopefully it doesn't puncture you. Are you okay?
Yes.
It's a weird sensation, isn't it? So what does it feel like?
It feels, it's a little bit prickly, but really just pretty comfortable.
Yeah. And if you take a look at this, your body is being supported by 5,000 nails. Well, there's 5,000 nails that are here. What you're being supported by is anything that's underneath you, and you're perfectly fine because of the support. Isn't that a nice metaphor that says if you're supported even by something that is sharp and possibly a risk, that support is now all the way across the board, which is kind of a fun thing. Now, unfortunately, I don't know how to make it down, so it's just, no, I can make it go down. I just have to let go like this. When it goes down, what you're going to actually feel is this: the nails will just dissolve into the board, and that's a weird feel. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
So it's that sick experience. So kids say sick. Have you ever heard a kid say sick?
Yeah.
And so when we have sick science that you see behind me, it's that moment in time that they go, wow, watch, I'll give it to you right there. Yeah, it's wild, isn't it? That's sick science, and that's kind of a feeling. So here, tip up, and let me see if you're okay. I'll help you up. Let me see if there's any holes in her back. Look, no holes in your back. You're fine.
Thank you. That was actually really amazing.
Don't drink water for a week. Okay?
Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Steve, for
Thank
being
you.
with us today.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we're making homemade bath bombs. It's easy, fun, and a great project to do with kids. I'm here with a wellness expert from Lake Winds, Amy, and I've also got my helper, Ella. And we are going to talk today about some natural beauty products we can make right in our own home with supplies we find from the co-op. Right. Amy's going to teach us how to make a bath bomb. And these, we've already got some pre-made here, of course, and they look amazing. Ella, how do you feel about making your mom a bath bomb as a gift?
Good, because my dad already used her other soap.
All right, let's get started, Amy. What do we do?
The basic recipe is really simple. We have citric acid, which is the main part of a bath bomb that causes it to fizz and have a sort of chemical reaction when it hits the water.
How much citric acid do we need?
The basic recipe is our other main ingredient is baking soda, so it's 2 parts baking soda to 1 part citric acid.
Okay.
You can make as much or as little as you want. The recipe we're going to make today makes about 4 bath bombs. So we have half a cup of baking soda to
a 1/4 cup citric acid, and then we've got this cornstarch.
And cornstarch isn't necessarily needed, but it does help sort of bind the bomb together and help it to float in the water for longer.
Should we make your mom a bath bomb here? All right. Okay, so Amy, do we use the citric acid first?
We dump all the dry ingredients into the bowl and whisk them together.
It's okay for this?
Yep. Good job. We have Epsom salts here, and they're really good to relax your muscles and everything, but they also add just a little bit of sparkle.
So how much are you putting in there?
A 1/4 cup.
1/4 cup, okay.
Now whisk these all together so they're very nicely mixed and all the chunks of the Epsom salt are out.
All right, so Ella has done a fantastic job of mixing our ingredients here.
Next comes the liquid, and this is the tricky part because this is where the chemical reaction will happen.
Okay.
So we take a little bowl and we mix whatever liquid ingredients we are going to put into our bath bomb together first before adding them.
The thing I love about these is there is no end to the variety of wet ingredients you can add.
Any combination you want. You can add oil to make it a little bit more nourishing and help the essential oils soak into your skin a little easier. We have some hydrosols that are scented, so it adds extra scent to things, essential oils. And witch hazel is really good to add in, or you could just add plain water if you wanted to.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
Well, let's get started with our liquid ingredients.
Okay.
Ella has made some choices for her mom here.
So we're going to add some oil because she probably wants soft skin, right? We'll add just a 1/2 teaspoon of almond oil. There it is.
All right.
And you had picked rose for your mom, so we're going to add this rose regenerative oil. It smells really good. 1, 2.
So those are just drops, basically.
Just drops.
Ella and I better check.
You better check that out. And then did you want,
like that.
we have some natural dye.
And the dye is just to make it look pretty.
Yep, that's good. And then we're gonna slowly add this to the dry ingredients.
So I can see we've got, actually we don't have like a ton
There's
of
not.
this liquid mixture in there, but we add it just bit by bit, right?
Because the second any of that touches this stuff, it's gonna start to fizz and bubble. So the whisking will stop that chemical reaction. We add it a little bit at a time until it gets to a powdery, kind of like snow, like a snowball making material.
Got it.
You want to be able to form it together, but not too wet. Do you want to whisk while I slowly add this stuff in there?
So you're just using
Whisk
your spoon to
all
kind of
around.
drizzle it in there.
Yep.
Can I get the sides a little bit?
Yeah. Yep. Sometimes what I like to do is just reach my hands in and squish it together. We'll add the rest of this. What you can do is any more we will add, we will spray in.
So what's this? This is a
This is a rose hydrosol.
Okay.
Can I spray it?
You can spray, I
I
think.
used perfume
All right.
before.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ella's going to be our sprayer.
3 sprays at a time, kind of. There we go.
Right. This is still feeling really powdery to me.
Yeah.
More?
We whisk it really good.
Really? Okay.
You want to help me by grabbing hands in here? Sometimes this is just the best way to do it. Really smush it.
Okay, Amy, I can tell by the way it looks when Ella's handling it that I now have something that's going to form into a solid shape.
The whole process of this is let your creativity go wild. You can form it any kind of container that you have laying around at home that you think would make a great bath bomb.
So we've got this muffin tin, we've put in some liners, and we're simply going to press our bath bomb contents into here. And then what happens after that?
Then there'll be a drying period, at least 12 hours. You really want to push it in as tightly as you can.
All right, so
I like to use a spoon because you can really sort of, the more firm you can get it packed together, the more compact your bath bomb will be and it'll hold together really well.
you can tell, I mean, this is really tightly packed. Now, and this is a finished one.
Right.
Which
And then-
I think has like a secret surprise in there.
It does. You can add secret surprises. We have rose petals too if you wanted to add some in there.
Did you want to add some rose petals to your mom's bath bomb?
Okay.
Just sprinkle a little. And then that's a surprise when it dissolves. And then you can add more over the top of it and smush it in.
And then those will come out in the tub.
Yep.
All right, we've put all of these things in, we've patted it firm, we're gonna let it sit. I wanna actually see one of these bath bombs in action, which might seem a little wasteful, but I am dying to see how this actually turns out. There, Ella, I think there's a secret surprise. This sort of looks like a cherry, but I think it might be something else. Check it out. Ooh, oh my gosh.
Whoa.
That looks so fun.
And funny.
I know. I would love to be in a bath with that. I want to know what's in there too. It kind of looks like a gumball.
Can we push it down?
You can. It might float back up. How does that feel?
Weird. It's so fizzy like pop.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Our
a,
secret surprise
it's a duck.
has eyes.
I think it's a,
Do you think it's a duck or a fish? What is
I
it?
think it's a rubber ducky.
That is so fun. Amy, thank you for showing us this. I love the fact that we're making this for Ella's mom, but also I think Ella might have fun with some of these too. So great gifts for kids, great gifts for moms. Always a great time at Lakewinds. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
To learn more about the project we did today and other ideas for homemade beauty products, visit our website. Inexpensive this project is too, because again, if you're gonna go to even like a big box discounter or a, whoops. That's awesome. I'm so good. Is it like what's a? What's?
Okay, I need you to stop down everyone.